What up, everybody? How y'all doing? Village. What is up? How are you, sir? You should be in bed sleeping, bud. It's late your time. Or is it wake up time? Thanks for checking in. I appreciate you. Yeah, I've been busy. Been busy boy today and yesterday. I redid my shelving. I redid my shelves. I put some better wood up and ran some gussets so I can put. I felt a little safer with the weight that's on those shelves. So I went to a 2x6. Yeah, it's a 30 foot by 30 foot. So my shelves, if you remember, my shelves were rickety. That wood did not hold up very well in the Florida heat and humidity, and they all bowed and twisted, and they were getting so twisted I couldn't set stuff on the shelf anymore, so it was time to upgrade. You're sick, huh? Man. Drink you some green tea. Green tea and honey. Or pickle juice. Pickle juice will cure you. Thank you. Thank you, Village. I appreciate you. Drink you some pickle juice, man. Right out of the jar. Drink about a cup in the morning and a cup in the afternoon and one before you go to bed. You'll pee like crazy, but you'll be ripping and ready to go. Ooh, shots, huh? Yeah. I don't mind shots, but I don't like to get them. Anyway, let's get this Trans Am in here. Again. For the 500th time. I'm tired of working on this thing. Wow, this thing is so heavy. It is so heavy. I feel like I could push a tank easier than I could push this thing. Man, it's heavy. Yeah. Send a big truck. Red truck. Yeah, it's like pushing a Sherman. Like pushing a Sherman. This thing's heavy. I'm gonna move you. Wish the shop was out. Honestly, I wish the shop was a little bigger so I could set the camera further back. Nobody likes it when I use it, when I turn the phone sideways. Nobody likes it because everybody's doom scrolling You know, what up, C6? Everybody's doom scrolling and they're holding their phones upright, and when I do a sideways, people complain about it. C6 in the house. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put you right back here for right now until we get this lead sled in the air. Really need to get me a drive on. A drive on lift. Just getting the lift leg locks in place. Ooh, whiskey. We're all about safety in this place. Around these here parts. Can't be dropping no cars, especially the wife's car. Can't let this thing hit the ground. Knows I'd be happy, but she'd be a little pissed off. Yep. Trans Am. Alright, let's get you guys where all the action's at, huh? Yeah, I tell you what, C6, it's the best damn thing I ever did. Well, I'm sorry, we ever did. Best damn thing we've ever done. Ha! What up, good time? What's kicking, chicken? Man, thanks for all those likes. Thanks for all those thumbs up. Great googly. Hey, C6, if you go to my posts, if you go to my post in the community thing, there's a link directly to his page. You'll find it. It says the Messiah of YouTube. Yeah, it should be there. If it ain't there, I'll pin it later. After we're done with the tomfoolery around here. But I've been busy fixing up this garage. And I haven't done a live. I was going to go live Saturday while I was doing the garage and did not. Just didn't feel right. Yeah. I'm no carpenter, and I didn't want to see you guys seeing me being an idiot, measuring and cutting stuff. I'm definitely no carpenter. So everything I measure and cut is always, rounded up to the next to the next number. So if it's like, 8 3/4, well, it's 9 now. None of these extra numbers. All this thinking. Let me get this DEET on me. These freaking mosquitoes. Let me call them little baby pterodactyls is what they are. When you can see a mosquito in the dark, pitch black, it's a big son of a bitch. And they hurt. Man, they hurt. Ain't like no up north mosquito. They're real. They're real down here. It's like every time one of them gets you, it's like jabbing a thorn in you. Like jabbing a dang, grabbing a rose stem and just imagine those thorns going into your hand. That's what it's like when these damn Florida mosquitoes get all of you. Don't you be making no dang noise on me. You better stay in here. I'm too good looking to die right now. We gotta salvage this brand new transmission fluid. Sucks we didn't have the funds to get the transmission temperature sensor when we did this, so we just waited. And now she had a few extra dollars this week to get the transmission temperature sensor. I take the pan off and knock a hole in it and figure out what the hell I'm doing and put that sensor in there. I gotta make sure I put it in a spot where I don't hit the filter or hit the valve body or any of that crap. Shahi! Hello. How you doing? How you doing? I am well. I'm tired, but I am well. My wife worked me to death yesterday. Worked me to death. She was behind me the whole time with her whip. Work faster. I had scars on my back from the whip and everything. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. That's okay. Little aloe on there, I'll be fine. Anyway. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, I had to step up my garage game. My shelving was looking awful. And every time I watched one of my videos back, them shelves were just all twisted, bowed, sagging. Looked awful. So I went out and spent a pile of money on lumber and redid my shelving. Now they should withstand this Florida humidity. 2x6s. 2x6s. I think I said 2x8s earlier. Texas pterodactyl. I tell you what, I'll catch one of these boogers. They start flying around, I'll catch one and I'll show it to you. They're massive, man. Like Virginia mosquitoes, they never bothered me. They're little, I mean, just a bit bigger than a gnat. But these son of a guns, very googly. Back home, I never had trouble with mosquitoes. Maybe it was all the alcohol in my blood, but I never had trouble with mosquito until we moved here. And it was uncanny. Unbelievable. Whoa, whiskey in the jar. So I'm going to put this sensor in, put the pan back on, and get fluid back in it. And we'll push it back, and you gotta figure out a happy place to run the sensor wire. Need to find a happy place for that, because that's the only wire that needs to go up. Is just a temp sensor wire, and that wire go up somewhere around here. We'll need to find a happy place for that, and then we can let it down, push it back. I got this snazzy little gauge pod for her dash. It'll clip into the dash and such. Yeah, Alabama. Oh, look, there's one flying around on the ground now. Look at it. I see you. Oh, you smell that DEET. You run for your life, little mosquito. That's the good shit. That's the shit that's been banned. Smell that DEET. They don't make mosquito repellent like they used to. That's the stuff that your granddad gave you when you went camping that made your skin sting a little bit after you got it put on. That's the good stuff. Probably radioactive or something. Let me grab a doodad. You need to little tray or something I can attach to this so I can set stuff around it. You could tie a little piece of metal flat bar out so I can set the magnet tray on there. I see you. I got you. Ooh. Y'all hear that? Probably if I had my microphone on, you probably would have heard that car taking off. Somebody got a new ride around here. Graduation present or something. Oh. There have been burnouts, donut marks all over the place here. Usually my area, you don't see that kind of stuff because the cops don't play that shit around here. They'll lock your ass up. Yeah, looks like a happy home for that. I'm sure I'm glad I put that drain plug in there. Probably one of my better ideas. Sometimes I got the smarts. Sometimes I got the smarts real good. Sometimes I don't. Last one. All of them. Huh. All right. Wow. That is stuck on there really nice. No glue or nothing. Holy macaroni. I jumped the gun on telling the old lady we were not going to need that gasket. Holy cow. That thing is on there. I could dig that out of the tote. Something else we did. Went through all the dang totes and got all the stuff we didn't need anymore and throwed it the hell away. Alright. None too shabby. None too shabby. Get you guys situated in just a second. Now, let's look at this and see where I might have a happy spot to stick this sensor, because there is just valve body and shit everywhere on this thing. Everywhere. I don't necessarily, I might have to put it right there. This is your gear selectors here, so you can't go this way. I'm probably going to have, because there is nowhere around this. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to put it here because of the shift cable. Can't put it here. We can't go, might be able to sneak it in right there. I'm going to have to be on point with my, drilling. Let's see. put it right next to that. God knows, if I put that next to that linkage there on the inside, your selector, I'm going to end up putting that right in the way of the throw, and it's going to clunk and it's going to hit that thing. So I think my best bet, oh boy, I'm going to have to be on point with my drilling. I think there's just too much going on back here. I'll show you guys this in just a second. I'm thinking right there. Yeah, right there. Probably going to be the best place for it. Show you guys what I'm working with. What a hot mess this valve body is in here. Check this mess out. This mess of stuff. Who's in the house anyway? What it do, John Doe? What it do? What it is, what it is, what it was, cuz. Alright, here we go. So we got all this mess. This valve body. There's just no space. No space back here to run that. Maybe if I hold my tongue just right, I could get it right here. But it'd be my luck, I'll hit that right there. So I'm thinking my best avenue is to put it right here. Right in between the valve body and the filter. Right there. If I can get it just so. Because, come on tripod, work with me. Work with me. The only open spot is right here where your gear selector is. But that throw right there, if I put that sensor in here, and she goes to put that down in low or something, because this is neutral, and it should be neutral park reverse. That way, and then this should be drive blah blah blah. And if that throws all the way here, I'm gonna hit that sensor with the shift linkage, and because of the shifter here, there's nowhere to put it anyway, so it's gonna have to be right here. I'm gonna have to split the, put it right there. Gonna be the best place for it. So
Some freshly washed butt connectors.
Freshly washed butt connectors. That's what I like to hear. Hey, how about that temperature challenge, huh? How about that temperature challenge? What's the temp where you're at right now? There you go. 80 dang degrees.
In November. Almost Thanksgiving.
John Doe, first time here. Thanks, man. Well, frick. Thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate you. This is the wife's Trans Am. It's a 2000 WS6 single turbo. All tubular stuff, 9-inch forward rear. Let me get you guys situated.
She said made in Crayville.
Denzel Jackson.
How'd your drain plug work?
It worked like a drain plug.
Flawless.
I took it out, and fluid came out.
Made a mess.
I reckon that's how it's supposed to work.
Made a mess.
No mess. I didn't make a mess.
Well, it's a prior mess.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's staining. Where you been? That's all staining. That's from before.
Sitting with our son enjoying his dinner. Play some Tetris.
Let's see.
Thought we might be limited on where we could plug it.
Alright. I'm caught up on some comments. I'm gonna get you guys in here. Get you a little distance. Get you a little distance here.
Okay, but don't go in very far, does it?
It does not. So, ooh, that's right. Right there. there. Right at that shelf right there. I have to revisit that, as I can't go anywhere here. The shift linkage cable mounts here. The shift pawl underneath here. The driver here. I can't go anywhere in there.
How deep is that sensor?
What did you do with it? You moved it somewhere on me. It was sitting on the floor. You put it away?
Nope.
No?
It's sitting in the passenger seat.
In a passenger seat?
You might be able to put it here. I don't know how much room you got on the pan right here though. In the back.
Manliest car than most men. Yeah, she got a nice ride, bud. She got a nice ride.
Put that right here, boss.
Please hold. Hefe. Please hold.
Right between the cylinder and the servo thing.
Right, well, yeah. So I gotta get it just right, because I was just talking about that a second ago. If I don't get it just right in between the two, I'm gonna hit this. So it's gotta be,
You have to measure down from the pan how far it is.
it's gotta be dead nuts. So if I measure from here, add a quarter of an inch, and come down, and then measure from this bolt over, I should be able to correlate that.
If you want to bring the ladder back around, I'll
No,
reach in and get it, or
just let the car down. Ain't no point in fighting it. And I sure as heck don't want to carry that ladder any more than I have to.
been enough use lately. So what's the front on the pan? This is the front.
Yeah, that's the front.
This would be like right around there. Or yeah. That could be tricky.
Yeah, well, it's gotta be right, or it's gonna be in the way. That's why I was thinking here.
Even there, because you don't have much.
Well, I think here would probably be easier, because I can just measure off of this, add a quarter of an inch, and come down, and catch it somewhere in this void.
Right, I just meant on the pan itself.
Yeah, well, that's right. Let's see. So you got, where is our little tape measure at?
And that's what.
Let's see. Let's do a little measuring. So, alright. Let's see, from center of the hole, to there is 3 5/8. And from that ledge is 2 1/4 at the end of that ledge. So I could come to the 3-inch mark. See where I'm at.
Sure missed this drink. It's delicious.
So from the center of this hole to the 3-inch mark will be right here. So I can put that sensor right there.
Is it down far enough on where it lifts down on the pan?
I don't know how necessarily how deep that needs to be. I don't know.
No, I mean, like if you're here, right?
Yeah.
How far down are you gonna be on this weird merge? How far down you'd have to be from the edge of the transmission?
Well, let's see. What's that? 1.5 inches. But the thing is, I don't know where your fluid level is inside
Well,
of
if
it.
it reads on the stick, it should be, that whole pan should be full.
So, 1.5 inches.
Maybe a little shot.
1.5 inches, 1.8 somewhere in there. 1.5 would probably be
So
safe.
say 1 1/4, split
Well,
the difference
Let's see, we gotta add a quarter of an inch,
for the gasket.
so 1.1/8. If we come down from the bottom of the pan, just off of this bolt hole here, so we come down 1.1/8 we'll put his
Like it.
right there, and that should clear us. Yeah, that'll clear us from the ledge here. So if we come down 1.1/8 here, I think we'll be fine. I think. And everybody knows that you've been watching for a while.
Measure multiple times.
I don't get paid to think. I get paid to do.
Dang, I should put that in the box.
Get paid to do. So I think what we're gonna do, find this happy place on this valve body here. Let me let you guys back down. We'll go over here. Whoop. Lock that one. There we go. So the game plan, tilt you up a little bit, is to put this sensor right here. Right in between. Here's the dipstick. That dipstick hangs down about yen. So I would assume my fluid level is at least here. You know, because it's not going to be everything.
You don't think?
What up, Gary?
Pull this
How you doing, man? Yeah, I lifted the stick up. So we should be good right here.
I could push that stick back down when we go to get the stuff out of there.
Yeah, we'll let it down. Get the stuff out of the car.
Swap the tires over while you got it in there.
Yeah, we can do that too. Mr. Gary, how you doing, sir?
I wonder how people run one with a shallow pan. There ain't no fucking room.
Oh, they may go up, I'm guessing, or they might put it here, but I didn't like the idea of that because your throw is here for your shifter, and so you got park, reverse, neutral. You got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So
I think it have to be.
if this is in park, this throw is going to be here. And yeah, I don't want to put it there, and then you go to throw it in the park, and it bashes into that sensor. I don't know how deep that sensor is going to run in that pan, but I assume it's going to be in there at least a 1/2 inch. And if it's in there, that throw might hit it. Let's get the sensor. Let's get the sensor and see what it looks like. It might not even be an issue. Might not even be an issue. Alright, everything out of the way, everything's out of the way. Sure do wish I was off all week.
You too. Vacation. Not that you would stay where I was planning on staying. Don't be
Push this down. That way we'll get a good eyeball of where our fluid level is, just to be dang sure we're in the fluid. Hate to be at the point of cavitation, you know, the top of the fluid. I reckon if you want to do something different or run her,
It doesn't run very deep.
you need a story of my life.
Short comment.
I'm doing well, Gary. I'm doing very well right now.
Hole may have to be drilled and adapter not included, welded or brazed in pan. Be sure there is adequate internal clearance for nut and center. Center should automatically be grounded when installed. If not, proper ground connection should be made. Bung to steel pan not included.
Bung for steel pan not included. And Precior seal. I don't know. I can't read Spanish, but hola, ¿cómo estás? I'm assuming that's Spanish. It might be French. It might be German. It might be something.
Okay, so it doesn't say. This is the one that was installed.
Oh, that's because I put it on there.
Oh.
Looking at it. But that's brass.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that doesn't go in there very far at all, does it?
No, they don't.
It's interesting.
So, half inch. And that's tapping the paint, I assume, since it started?
That would be just like what we had to do, well, just like I had to do with my oil pan. You take a punch and bash a hole in it, and then you use a pipe thread and make your own threads, and then screw that in there with some Teflon tape and such.
Kind of work?
I mean, that's a big ass hole with this one.
Yeah, but it allows fluid to get in there more.
It does.
Versus this one.
It sure does, but yeah, look at that.
That whole thing doesn't have to go through, right? Just the thread part?
It has to go in as deep as it's going to be tight. I almost just want to put just the sensor in.
I don't know, it's going to tighten, but we could try that first.
Well, it's still pipe thread. It's still pipe thread. I'd much rather just try to put this in versus putting this huge ass brass in there. That way, if I screw this up, then we can definitely go to the.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I guess you start with the 8-inch national pipe thread hole, and then.
Yeah, that's why I bought that.
I don't know that it won't leak if we do it that way, though. Do that first. I don't think we got another gun, do we?
A what?
Another phone.
I might have a steel one somewhere.
We have two.
Honestly, I might be able to just you remember what tote had your old gasket in it? Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
You know me, I'd much rather weld another bung in here than play that
Out, Nick.
bash a hole in the side of it,
Out.
run a thread chaser through it, make it, you know.
Try small one, but it
Much rather find a nut that fits this. What's going on in chat, everybody? What up, Chris? How you doing, man? Is that metal in the pan? No, a little clutch dust. nothing to be worried about. Little fuzz, little clutch fuzz. We just put a new converter in this as well, so probably a little bit of break-in material for that as well. Yeah, who knows? We'll just say it's okay for now. And when it's not okay, we'll worry about it. It'd be a good excuse to go to a 6-speed. You know? Yeah. 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 Share. Me and get me monetized so we can fund a 6-speed swap for the wife's car. And we can fund a bigger build for the for the Coyote.
Yeah, so he can keep up once I go 6-speed.
Yeah, once we get that old Coyote, make about 1,000 wheel. Yeah, I've been watching old reruns of Tool Time.
I need some tire pressure.
Okay.
Also, when
You know how to put air in your damn tires?
Yeah, but
You
if
ain't
you're
crippled?
if you're gonna switch them for me, then
You ain't
can top
crippled?
it off.
Oh, okay.
Please, thank you. Ask nicely.
Jeez Louise. Tell you what.
I'm sure you don't want that loud compressor going while you're busy video.
Not at the moment.
Transmission cooler was available.
Transmission cooler?
It's still not. It's supposed to be, I think he said 8 weeks. It's been past 8 weeks. Probably gonna wait till all the kits are done for their Black Friday thing and then list them if there's anything left over.
Probably.
You see any comments?
Yeah.
Done changed again.
No, I put it back on all messages. So I should see everybody's comments this time. I was ahead of the game this time. Last time I forgot all about it. Really dropped the ball last time on that comment train.
Andre and them watching you?
No. I don't think Andre watches. I'd like him to. He'd coach me on how to do some of this stuff.
You watch it sometimes. See the comment.
Andre?
Not Andre, the other one. Corn.
Corinne?
The other
Yes.
friend from Virginia.
Yeah. Corn definitely gets in the comments. Well, not looking looking too good. Not looking too good. I was hoping to find something that fit this, so I would just be able to weld a nut to it and be done with it.
Then we couldn't get it out if it went bad.
What?
Then we couldn't get it out if it went bad.
What are you talking about?
Weld a nut to it?
Welding a nut to your pan and
Oh.
screwing this into it.
10-4. What about this one?
It's brass. I can't weld it. That's
Oh.
brass.
So you can't weld what I have either then?
I can't weld brass into that, no.
Just a socket in there.
Where? Oh yeah, leave that in there. It's in there for a reason.
What's that reason?
Who knows?
I wasn't done closing that.
It's good. Alright.
One click is good.
Let's take a measurement
Raw
here.
side says hi, Craig.
Who?
Raw side.
Oh, hey, what up, raw side? Doing that paranormal thing?
Come check our house out. See if there's
You,
any ghosts.
let me get this marker.
I'll leave you to it. I'm gonna go play.
Thanks, boss.
Like this. Or CD version.
Enjoy Tetris.
I don't want to play. I'm being someone to play.
I'll be here doing what I do, which is whatever it is that I do. I don't remember. I forget. So, come down, inch and an eighth. Really not thrilled about bashing a hole in the side of this and tapping it. I was hoping I could find a nut that fit this, so I could just weld the nut to it and screw that into it, but I do not have one that fits it. Your likelihood of finding a nut that fits a national pipe thread is slim to none. If I knew how to braze, I'd probably be in better shape. I haven't done that in 30 years. And even when I did that, it was on a muffler, and it was just the worst thing. Get out of here, moth. What's wrong with you? I've got... They're not very organized again. Just off of the rip, decided to go live and was not set up for this. Look at that. Little pliers. Oh. Keychain pliers. I don't know how old them things are. They've been in there for a while, I guess. Anyway, I reckon we're going to be bashing a hole in this thing and hoping for the best. This is what we got to put in there. That's going to be a pretty big hole. Alright, let's get the party started. Yeah, I need to get into this toolbox and clean things up a touch. It is overflowing with doodads. Overflowing with doodads and thingamabobs. Raviolis. Is that Chef Boyardee? All right, everybody, wish me luck. Oh yeah, I was saying earlier that I'm not a carpenter. I hit my freaking hand twice today with a hammer. Got me one there. And I got me one there. Trying to hammer in nails. Hand too close. I'm holding this and doing that, and I whacked the crap out of that one. Almost cracked. Almost cracked. Some of you probably know that that is a plumb bob. That is the best thing to use. Best thing to use when you're getting ready to fuck something up is a plumb bob. I mean install something. Install something. That's what I was thinking. So the idea is, there we go, is to knock that plumb bob in there and be situated here and make it concaved so that you can run your tap in. So once you run your tap in, then you could thread your MPT in there and tap it. So let me grab a BFH action. And we're gonna make a mess. I know I'm probably gonna bend the shit out of this. I wonder, I'm probably done went too big already. Yeah, done went too big already. Alright, so we gotta go, that's not the one she wants to use, so we gotta go this big. We gotta go that big with that. It's a monster, right? If you go too far, you're screwed. Don't go far enough. I'm sure that's probably extremely loud. My apologies, headphone wearers. Let me go just a little more. Let's see. Ooh. I don't know. That's pretty close. Pretty close. Might do the trick. Yeah, I think that'll do the trick. So, see how it pushes it. Let me see if I can get you in here. So it pushes you a little ledge in there, and then you take and you run your tap in there and tap that. Let's flip it and I'll show you the other side. Raw side, not raw hide. So you see how it puts your little lip in there like that. So you take that and you tap that and run you some threads in there. What up, Cooper? How you doing, man? Doing all right? So now we'll put this back on the table, and I will get my doodads, and we'll run some threads through that thing. And put that in there and see where the heck we're at. Now that we've organized everything, where the frick are those at? Oh, there they are. Get y'all back on the toolbox here. That needs to stay. These and this. Some of this stuff Some of this stuff is pretty routine for a lot of people. This kind of shit, I don't do it very often, and it makes me nervous. Honestly, it makes me nervous to do it because I don't do it enough. There's tons of people that, you know, are just like, oh yeah, just beat the shit out of it, you'll get it. And me, on the other hand, afraid not. Afraid not. Not something I do or like to do. I think that's the right one. Half. Where the confusion's at, lady? Let's see. Center and ground, blah blah blah. Blah blah. Let's see here. Install temp sensor and sender port. Of course, it does not tell you. 18 gauge wire, connect, blah blah blah. Huh. Doesn't tell you. What size? Doesn't tell you which size tap you use. I'm pretty sure I've got the right one. Looks right to me. Looks right to me. This one is the next size up. And that looks just a touch too big. Let's see. I had to buy this because I had to do the same thing to the oil pan in the Mustang. Yeah, that definitely looks way too big. And I didn't take the pan off the Mustang when I did mine. I took magnets and stuck them on the side of the pan and on the bottom of the pan. So I used left-hand bit to pre-drill, so it pulled all the shavings out. But you know, you always get something in there. So I put magnets on the bottom and on the side. So when I hammered that thing through there, any slag that came through, it would hope that magnet would pick it up. And then once I did that, I didn't start the car. I drained the oil and flushed a couple quarts through there. Hope that I got everything out. It's been doing fine. I don't see any issues. So I think we're doing all right. Really not fixing anything, Cooper. What I'm doing is I'm putting a transmission temperature sensor in the side of this pan. I'm not thrilled about it. But I may just pull it off. I need some grease, but it's hiding over there and I don't want to go after it. So we're going to just do a little anti-sleaze. Do the little anti-sleaze in the hole. A little bit here. Not the best thing to use when you're doing this, but it is what it is. Somebody's calling. Sorry about that, everybody. Honestly, I didn't mean to answer that. But I pushed the wrong damn button. You know, when you're getting old, you tend to do that. Push the wrong buttons. I think that's about as straight as it's gonna get. Really can't put that in anything to hold on to it. Reached the point of no return. Might need to go a little bigger. With the hole. That's pretty tight. Let's see how it does. I need to get a man-sized crescent wrench for this one. Go a little bigger. Hey, Skinny Jeans, are you still watching? If you're watching, message Jamie. Let's see what he wanted. Oh, yeah. Might be working out all right. Oh yeah. Got her ass now. I wish I had somebody to hold this pan for me. I wish I lived closer to some people that would be more helpful in doing stuff like this. Be like, yo, cub, come over here, give me a hand for a few minutes. Oh boy. So, brake clean that out of there. Get the metal out. What up, Ray? Raymond? Raymond Long. What up, man? How you doing? Now, the terrifying part is hoping that I got that in just the right spot. Because if I didn't, we're buying a new pan. Well, it looks pretty good. Let's see if I can get you a little shot of that in there. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Well, kinda. Yeah, kinda. So we got our threads in there now. So in theory, this should screw into this. I'll be dipped. I'll be dipped. Son of a gun. Thank you, baby Jesus. Don't ask me how I pulled that off without frigging it up. But I did it. I did good. I did good, huh? You did good? I did good. Hot tomato for you. Hot tomato for you. Hot tomato for you. Cool. That worked out beautifully. Son of a gun. That might not be too bad, this car stuff. You know? Might not be bad at all. If you need this done to your transmission pan, don't fucking call me. I did it right once. That don't mean I'll do it right twice. Lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Okay. Alright. Now the question is, did we get it in the right spot? Fingers crossed. We got this in the right spot. Well, let's make it permanent. Kind of feel like I should use some gray silicone and not Teflon tape, honestly. So I kind of trust the gray silicone a lot more than I trust Teflon tape and something you just bashed a hole in. Might not be right, but it'll make me feel better. There are 3 of you watching right now. I appreciate y'all sticking around. Not a whole lot going on on Sunday, I guess. Gonna use this liquid thread tape here. Like I said, I don't trust the Teflon tape. It's gonna do a dang thing to help seal that up. We're gonna find out real soon. I got that in the right place. I got that in the wrong place. So that's what you end up with once you bash your pan to death. So knock your hole. You get your sensor in there, just like in. You know, it doesn't stick very far in. I probably would have been fine doing it anywhere else on the transmission, honestly. Let's put it up and see what we're looking like. Oh yeah. We did good, peoples. We did good. Nice. We got it. We got it. We're in the right spot. Looking good. Hallelujah. Alright, so I will Teflon tape this, as it is a fine thread and not a coarse thread. So we'll Teflon tape the sensor. Looks pretty dry. We'll Teflon tape that little booger in there. Whoop. Maybe. Maybe we'll Teflon tape that in there. Really gotta clean out this junk drawer. Catch-all. Freaking catch-all. And it's got everything in it. You ever wrapped Teflon tape before? So, you always want to turn it the direction that you'll be screwing in whatever it is you're putting Teflon tape on. I know a lot of people do this backwards. And they'll just wrap it on any old way they want to. When you screw this in, you want it to go the same direction that you wrapped your tape, because if you screw it in and you've wrapped your tape backwards, all you're going to do is you're going to catch that edge and you're going to unwrap your Teflon tape. And it's not going to seal at all. I don't think I need that. I have the crescent wrench to put this in there. Is the right wrench, 1/2 inch. So I will let this silicone set up before I put fluid back in this. Like I said, I really don't. I don't think. I mean, the Teflon tape on the big fitting side, it may have been okay, but I personally don't trust it. Not for something rough cut like that. If it was, welded in or some kind of better way, welded in bung or something like that, sure, I'd Teflon it, but smashing a hole and cutting your threads, big chunky thread in there, I don't think Teflon tape's gonna seal that well enough. So a little gray silicone go a long way. Make sure we get all the little metal bits out of this pan. I'll let this set up. I don't need any metal bits going through the old lady's transmission. Probably got enough metal in it as it is. Thanks, Frankie. Frankie. Thank you. Dave James says, get a new one. Get a new what? Yeah, Frankie, we're doing the temp sensor in the side of the transmission pan. I'm sure you figured it out by now. So White, where the hell you been? Yeah, that's okay. Yep, you figured it out. What is that? That is a transmission pan. Ah, you see, I was putting a Teflon on it. Ah. Yeah, so this is the wife's Trans Am 4L60 trash. I mean, 4L junk. So a few lives ago, we changed the converter and stuff, and she wanted to put a transmission temperature sensor in. We didn't have the sensor at the time, but she wanted to get it all back together and not wait. So we got the car back together, and now I've come back a couple weeks later now to do the temperature sensor. You're a little late to the show, so I had to bash a hole in the side of the pan with my plumb bob and tap it. So, if you ever put a turbo drain on an oil pan, you know the routine. You drill your hole and you smash the crap out of it. So you shove that material in so you've got something to tap. So that's what I did here. Bashed my hole. Really got a nice doodad there, and tapped it successfully. Put my bung in. I used a little gray silicone versus Teflon tape. Like I said, I don't think Teflon's going to seal that very well. Put the sensor in with Teflon tape. Hopefully it doesn't need to see ground through this, but it's really not going to because there's a gasket in there. Some of these brass sensors ground through the sensor and whatever. But anyway, so that's all installed. We just got to put the pan back up. New gasket on. Like I said, I'm gonna let that gray silicone set up and get nice and dry before I start dumping fluid in there. Oh, the gray Teflon? Yeah, I wish I had some right now. I've got a whole roll of it at work that I use on everything there. The gray or the yellow. The yellow is more for like gas stuff, but it works perfect on everything else. I've used the yellow on a lot of stuff that you normally put the white Teflon on. That yellow is nice. It's thick. It works beautifully. Or the gray. The gray works great too. So this is the wife's 2000 WS6 Trans Am that we're working on right now. Single turbo built LS. Yeah. What up, carburetors and coffee? Yeah. How about now? This is a Performa built transmission. Below, shoved all the way in, so fluid level's got to be at least here. So we'll be in the fluid level pretty good. What'd you say? You haven't? There you go, my friend. So I was worried I wasn't gonna put it here, but I was worried that the throw for the gear selector was gonna whack the end of it, and then she wouldn't be able to get in the park or something along those natures, because that would have been an ideal open spot. But now I see that since it really didn't run that deep in there, but I don't know how far this throw comes, because right now we're in neutral. So you got reverse, park, reverse, neutral, drive, 1, 2, 3. So I don't know how far forward that would have came. So 2 of the lesser evils. I chose the ladder and went over here in between the filter and the valve body. But yeah, this is the wife's car. 2000 WS6 LS1 single turbo. It's got a Ford 9-inch in it. All tubular stuff, tubular K member. Upgraded this piece of crap here. 9-inch set of Mickeys. Yeah, hey Bill. Got around to replacing these shelves, bud. No more of this and this with the boards. I added a little kicker there, fuel jugs, run a little gusset, because those totes right there actually got some good weight in them. Old car parts for the Mustang, those totes got some good weight in them, so I put little gussets just for a little extra. A little organized, threw a bunch of crap away. I'm gonna let that set up. We hang out and bullshit for a little while, or chew the fat, or talk stuff. You guys want to get into a conversation? I don't do politics. You can call my direct number if you want to talk about politics. You want to talk about cars or tell your life story, you're more than welcome to. Yeah. That's a deep pan. Had the shallow on it. The shallow's more flat, We just did a Circle D converter and it upgraded. Well, we sent her Circle D out to be upgraded because the converter wasn't happy, especially in lockup. The torque converter was not happy at all. So we sent it to Circle D. They cut it apart, checked over, and they made recommendations and such. So we went with what they recommended for future power level and what's going on right now. So she's driven it, did a data log with it. It's definitely different. Shifts a lot better. Goes into lockup a whole lot better. So it seems to be okay. But we wanted to get not we, the wife, the boss, Hefe, wanted to get the temperature sensor in before she really went out ripping on it. So that's what we did. Oh, geez, that's a quick performance 9-inch, and it is a bolt-in, absolute bolt-in. You don't have to do anything different. Then it's just no different than taking the 7.5 out and putting another 7.5 in. You know, springs go where the springs go, and control arms go where the control arms go. Need to buy a Volvo? No, sir. No, sir. I do not need to buy a Volvo. I would take an 80s wagon. I would take an 80s wagon for sure, but I'm coyote swapping it. I'm not gonna run that piece of crap 5-cylinder. You feeling all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm great.
A little whipped cream in there.
Yeah. Tasty.
Tasty. Oh, don't drink the whole bottle.
Mm. I can't promise anything. Glass number 2, it's only half glass though.
Haven't seen one from mine. Then again, I haven't looked in about 10 years.
It doesn't look like a normal one. How's it going?
It's done.
Did you test it already?
Yeah, I set it in there. Set it up there. I'm gonna let the gray silicone set up before I stick it back on. Come back out here tomorrow and.
Push the pan in?
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Okay. Oh, well,
Don't question the process.
I'm not questioning. I'm just asking if that's what happened. I don't know.
Yeah, things are getting awful as far as expense goes. What are you working on a Trans Am as well, Frankie? I'm assuming. But Quick Performance. Quick Performance has got the rear ends that are just direct bolt in, and
Midwest. Go 12. Go 12. 12 volts over the 9.
the wife is saying go 12 volt. Midwest Performance. Yeah, Midwest Performance 12 volt. I like the 9-inch rear myself.
The 9 is
Oh, you got an 86 IROC.
quite universal, but
T-top car?
the 12 fits better.
No, I do not. No, thank you. I do not mix my liquors.
Is this considered dark or light?
Yeah, I used to work on European cars a while back. I did it for 16 years. I worked on Saabs, Volvos, Volkswagens, Audis, Beamers, Porsches, Jags, Mercedes. Worked on all that crap.
I was selling your side work, trying to. That's fair. What the hell fair? I don't know. It'll come up anything.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. See if it helps.
Well, the T-top rocks are just, they're icons. But yeah, my Fox body, I got 86 Fox body and it's T-top, and I absolutely hate it because you can't get the dang windows to seal.
I don't even take one out. Very rarely do I take one out.
You had a yellow one?
The collectors or a yellow iris?
He had a yellow IROC.
Oh.
Non-T-top IROC. Changed the engine and transmission to a 5.3 LS and a 4L60E for now.
For turbo time.
Yep, put some boost on it.
Quiet out here.
Yeah, I heard those yellow ones were rare. They weren't really desirable back then. They are. Victory red with a 4-inch cowl hood. Sweet. Old V8 is the best engine in the world. Well, how old are we talking? I used to be a carburetor guy. I used to be a push rod carburetor guy, hands down. Would argue all day long. And I coyote swap my car. I will never go back to push rod carbureted motor ever. I wanted to go big block Chevy, but I had this set up already. Yeah, I know that. I know that. I haven't got monetized yet, Bill. Haven't got monetized yet, man. They sent me that notification so that I reach my watchtowers, but when I go to the analytics and look at my watchtowers on the analytics, it doesn't match what they sent me. I don't understand what the deal is with that. I don't know if they're waiting for the new year. I have no idea. But they sent me email and everything. Hey, congratulations, you've reached 3,000 watchtowers and blah blah blah. And my watchtowers. That's why I posted. I posted my watchtowers when I got the when I got my weekly recap. So I posted my watchtowers, and they're just barely going up. Like every week, they add an extra hour to my watchtower.
You have to maintain it for a certain amount of time.
Flat top pistons and a mother thump. I heard anybody use one of those things in years. Those thumper cams are they're just for sound. There's really no performance aspect to them because the duration and the load separation is just built in for chop. Yeah, it may be monthly, Bill. I may have misspoke. It may be monthly or weekly, whatever the case may be. But I check them thinking, okay, they'll update and I'll be good to go, but they haven't updated. Hey, if you like it, frankly, it's good. That's all you need, man. If you like it, you love it, it's good. You don't only need to be as fast as you want it to be. My goal with my car is 1,000 wheel. I want to get my car to 1,000 wheel. Right now, it's a touch over 700 wheel. It's fun. It's a great car to drive. Have a blast in it, but to be competitive and to race the people that are out here, you need to at least 1,000 wheel, or you're not competition. There's probably a good handful of cars here local to me that are pushing 1,000 or dang near, and that's where my competition level is right now, and I am essentially the gatekeeper. The 700 and up horsepower gang. I am the end guy. I'm that in that 10% of the fastest cars in the area. But if I catch you slipping and we're out there playing, I catch you slipping, and then you're done because I don't miss gears. Don't need to go more than 150. Yeah. Yeah, my car tops out fourth gear at 148. So fourth gear, 148 is fast enough for me. That's when your mind starts to not be able to keep up with the car. So once you get behind the car, you're really in dangerous territory because you don't have your reaction time is super slow compared to the car. If you got to do an aggressive maneuver to dodge somebody or something and you're behind, it's bad news. Bad news. That's where accidents happen. Yeah, Frankie, that's exactly what my wife is in the middle of doing right now. Is contemplating on getting a 6-speed swap for this car. And uh, Hawks Performance. You can get the used pullouts, complete swap kits for, I think it's $7,500, which isn't bad in the scheme of things. Or you can go, I think it's 10 grand, 8 or 10,000 or something. I think 10 or 10,000 bucks for, with a new transmission with a new 6-speed. So, I mean, it's not bad, honestly, but if you don't have it, it's a lot of money. Sure, you could swipe a card, but do you really want to pay interest on an $8,000 purchase with, what's going on with the credit card shit these days? Everybody's interest rates are through the freaking roof. That 8 grand is going to cost you 16 grand by the time you pay it off. Oh, here we go. New 7,500, used 5K ish. There you go. That's my R&D department right there. Anything you need to know, dollar and cents. R&D department's got you covered. Holland Boulevard? I have no idea. No idea. I will assume it's somewhere in the city. Boulevard. Let me grab my stool here. Heck yeah. Yeah, so you went LS1 with yours, right? 5.3 LS1. What we put on her car is Jesus Christ, skinny jeans. What the hell? Oh, I'm okay. 7. Huron turbo kit is what we put on skinny jeans' car, and it fit beautifully, worked beautifully. We've had absolutely no trouble with the install. Everything lined up great. Everything went together flawlessly. Bill, you doing a live tonight, bud? Yeah, Huron kit fits beautifully on this car. You don't know. Eh. Brother. Go live. Do it. Go live. Don't think about it. Just go live. Everybody loves you. Everybody wants to see your pretty face. Yeah, I don't blame you. That's the smart way of going, Frankie. That's really the smart way of doing it. Her car already had a built transmission, all forged internal motor, built rear, so we weren't going to do damage anything by putting boost on it. The only thing, the torque converter didn't like it after a while. I think the kit was on for about a year before the torque converter really started fussing. But now with the new converter in here, we shouldn't in theory have any issues with it. Right now I've got 10 people watching, Bill, so I'll probably be jumping off shortly. Let's see, we've been going for an hour and 40, so I'll probably be on about 10 more minutes and jump off and go wash my hands and drop in on you if you're going to go live. And Frankie, you can check out Bill, Carburetors and Coffee. Cool cat. He's a cool cat. He does a lot of different things. He mostly works on vehicles and such, but he's got a good channel. does really good editing. Plays the guitar pretty well too. So he's pretty entertaining. He's got some good stuff, and like I said, he can edit like it's nobody's business. Uh, I do a lot of lives because I can't edit. I can't edit to save my life, and I prefer going live anyway. I like talking to people. I like reaching out different crowds and people in different states, different countries. It's amazing to me to draw in a crowd of people and to have different conversations with them and talk to a lot of people about their builds and what they're going through. Uh, maybe you might be able to lend some advice on somebody that I get some people sometimes that are working on just their regular dailies and they're having a hard time figuring it out, and could talk them through a fix or talk them through whatever the issue is and steer them in the right direction, which is great. uh, I prefer doing live streams. I like to talk. I'm a chatty Cathy. What up, Lone Star? How you doing, man? How you doing? Oh, that right there. Truck Fest. Sweet. What is that? Is that like mud bogs? Or uh, later, dude? That flap is actually engineered into the car so that it draws air up in front of the radiator. Without that, your your coolant temperatures are going to be significantly higher than what they should be. Because that flap is what catches the air as it rolls under the bumper. It catches the air and pushes it up into the radiator. Oh, you already know this. Drag racing? Sweet, man. Lone Star, you got a, what kind of truck do you got, bud? C10, I'm assuming? C10 with a big block in it? Yeah, because you would need a brake so you can bend it where it goes up on the bottom radiator support. So you would need a brake to kind of put that at that. Is that like a not quite a 45 degree, maybe 30-degree bend? You could probably get it on there and heat it and push it with your hand and kind of get that bend. If you put it on, you just put it on straight and heat it and kind of push it to where you need it. Maybe. Oh, you filmed it. Sweet. Hell yeah. I'll check that out, dude. A little bit of nitrous. Ugh. I played my games with that stuff, man. I'll never do it again. I had a friend of mine way back when, 20 plus years ago, big nitrous guy. He had a Trans Am, had a big LS in it, and loved nitrous. Loved nitrous. He had 4 stages on this car, and he brought a bottle over, brought some solenoids and a plate for the carburetor for my car, and was like, "Here you go, man." Handed it to me in a box, and I said, "What the hell is all this?" He says, "Hey, bud, first hit's free." Oh boy, and that's where it all went wrong. Incognito, what is up? What is up, man? Oh, you tried using aluminum? Well, I mean, depending on how thick the aluminum is, you probably pull it off. But there's a lot of wind force there. So you'd probably use like maybe 16 gauge sheet metal, somewhere in there. Sean, this is my wife's 2000 WS6. LS forged internals, cam, blah blah blah, single turbo car. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe run some kind of struts, some kind of strut reinforcements to it. Maybe right off the front. See, we added when we went turbo with the intercooler. It comes with this bracket. You could probably, when you turbo yours, you could probably run you some gussets off of it to grab onto that and hold on to it. I do not watch NASCAR. I do not watch NASCAR at all. I can't, honestly, I can't sit there long enough to tolerate it. Making a mess on my floor there. All right. About time Dale Earnhardt died, isn't it? I can't tolerate it. Honestly, I can't stand it. It's just with all the rules and fines and this and that. It makes no sense to me, because NASCAR got its start from bootleggers. They wanted to know whose car was the fastest back in the day when they used to bootleg, moonshine. So they want to know who had the fastest car, and there was none of this restrictor plate. None. It was run what you brung, bring your car the way you run your car, and it's racing. It's a race then, but now it's just like everything's the same, and it's a driver's race. Well, who cares? I want to see the fastest car out there running 300-mile-an-hour laps. I don't care that somebody gets lucky and avoids an accident. To me, it's just ridiculous. Dell passed an 11. All right. Just put my brake hose cat bite. Okay. The Toyota dealer charged me $465, 95 an hour. You lost your patience with it, huh? Yeah, I'm a big drag racer. I'm more into street racing now than I am going to the track. You know, but I just, closest drag strip to us is an hour 45 minutes away, and we don't have a car trailer anymore. I don't have a truck to tow a car anymore. So it's just too much. You gotta, borrow a truck, drive 45 minutes to my sister's house, get my dad's old F-250, and then go rent a trailer, load the cars up the day before. It's just too much of a hassle now to get to the track. We used to be, back home, we used to be 30 minutes away from a drag strip, back roads, and it was nice. But now it's irritating, especially with all the traffic here in Florida. To the wheel, it made, on 10 pounds, it made 650 something to the wheel on 10 pounds. It's got a lot more than that in it.
He bailed on me.
Oh, yeah?
Said, I'm done. Come on.
You still nursing the same one you walked out here with, or you got another one?
No, it's my second one, so I'm nursing.
Okay, you babysitting that one.
I mean, I don't have to, but I am.
That's probably good.
I don't feel nothing yet. The light drink.
It's capable of making a whole lot more power than what it's making right now.
What we got going on?
Just chatting with people.
What are they up to?
Hanging out with me. Having a conversation about drag racing, cars. He tried to make his air dam out of aluminum and didn't have a good go at it. We're talking about that, such.
Why not the plastic? Wouldn't it be just as light?
Well, it would be, but he might not have it anymore. I don't know. I don't work here.
I just asking. I don't know. You chatting?
We didn't get into detail of why he didn't have the factory one.
It is kind of ugly, but
It is ugly.
I don't have to look at it unless it's on the list, so. It's low enough you don't see it.
The race stars, yeah, little race star 5 stars. They call them poverty stars now. They used to be a big thing back in the day, but
I like the race stars. They hold up on the street.
yeah, they don't bend easily. Like we put Weld Pro Stars on this car at one time, and it took one trip out, hit a pothole, bent them. Same with my car. I had Weld Pro Stars on mine. They're great looking wheels, super light, but they bend way too easily.
In the roads here.
Yeah, and pothole city here, it's awful. They don't last long. I bent all of mine. I went over some train tracks, going out to a spot to race, and bent the rear ones going over the train tracks. And I didn't hit them fast.
That's just neat, speaking of.
Didn't hit them fast at all, and still ended up bending the wheels. Was going down the road and just happened to look out my mirror, my driver's mirror, and looked at my wheel just a wobble, and I'm like, what in the frick is that? And thought my lug nuts were loose. Pulled over to the side of the road, checked the lug nuts were tight. And I'm like, well, I guess I bent that wheel. And picked it up on the lift and spun them all by hand, and every one of them was bent. No, her car doesn't have a parachute. It might need one, but it doesn't have one.
Probably. I don't know. I probably don't quarter mile look fast enough.
We haven't, this car hasn't seen a drag strip in some time either. We haven't taken it to the track with the new, with the turbo and stuff on it.
What, 8 years since it's been?
Yeah, it's been 8 years or so.
I don't know. I think
That
6.
you did that roll race thing, but they really wouldn't call that going to the track.
And I don't have enough top end for that. Find out.
Yeah. It'll probably need one. once it's done, we gotta tow it to.
It ain't never done.
We gotta tow it back home to Virginia and let Matt Shue put it on the dyno and tune it for us. Because all the tuners here in Florida are just trying to get into your pocket, and they do half-ass work.
A long list of needs.
Gavin from Scotland. Hello, hello.
We need onboard air, G56, roll cage.
Yeah, that's something else I gotta do to the car. I need to put onboard air on her car.
And these pretty things.
Oh yeah, I gotta do the BMR. I've got these BMR strut plates to do. Something else I gotta do.
No rush.
What it is? What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? What are we looking at? What is it? We are looking at the wife's 2000 WS6 Trans Am. I took the pan off to put the temperature sensor in it. And I'm just letting it sit, letting my thread sealer dry and be happy. Then we gotta let it down and run the wires and run the wire for the temperature sensor. Yeah, it's LS1 single turbo 4L60E. 4L60E, Performa built 4L60E, and it's got a 9-inch rear in it.
350s?
355 gear. One or the other. It's either 350s or 355. I'm pretty sure it's 355. Yep. But I reckon I can stuff that pan back on. We'll let it down. I'm not gonna fill the transmission up tonight. We'll let it down. We'll let that stuff set up. And tomorrow or Wednesday we can run the wires.
A little more on the gas-friendly side versus the 410s.
Yeah, it used to have 410s in it when it was in it. When it was in A, it had 410s in it. It's pretty aggressive gear set, but it worked. It worked well when it was in A. Yeah, Florida Highway Patrol isn't going to grant you any leniency around here, bud. None whatsoever. Yeah, 373s. That's what I did in my car. My 86 has got 373s in it with a 5-speed.
Now they're cracking down on license plate frames.
Yeah, they're
2 years misdemeanor.
They're getting pretty strict on a lot of speed-related things and little stupid nuances like license plate trim rings and stuff. Yeah, I mean, that's why we're here, man. We talk about cars. You can talk about cars. You talk about anything you want to, honestly. We just don't talk politics.
On the cuts and cars today, it looked like it turned out pretty good.
Usually how it goes. We end up saying we should have went when we didn't.
We go to some and they turn out like crap.
I'm sure if we would have went, nothing cool would have been there.
We would have been there. Well, we're pretty cool. Not biased or anything. I sent you a car meet, and I think one is today and one is next week. Sent you two.
Sure, if it's tonight, it's all the kiddies.
It was, it looked like Tito's car on the picture, but I could be wrong.
Oh, there's another one that looks
That's why I
identical.
asked.
There's another one that looks identical to Tito's, but it's in a whole lot better shape.
That might be that one. That's why I was like, where's Howland or whatever the street name was, because I didn't know.
There's a I saw it at that car meet that I went to in Lakeland, and it looked just like Tito's car. I thought it was his. I was like, oh. Then I got to it, and I'm like, oh, the hood's not fucked up, and the fenders are straight.
So it's probably the other one, because I didn't notice the hood.
Yeah.
I think they had yellow lights.
Yeah, that's the other one. That's the nicer one. I think that one's K-swapped or something.
What's Tito got?
B18. B20 is what he told me the other day.
Not that I know the difference.
Yeah, me neither. Don't really care. I know it's slower than my car. That's all I need to know.
Mine too, because mine's heavy.
And walk around here to the driver's side and grab that shift linkage and hold it out of the way for me.
How far back was Tito on our Mexican runs?
Cars.
Cars, what am I doing?
Pull that back out of the way. There you go. Look how. I know. I'm just trying to start the bolt without pulling the bolt out. Yeah, grab that magnet tray with the bolts on it, please. Then we're gonna have to find a hole to go through.
Nobody goes over there?
Probably.
You go through the linkage if we cross over. There's the linkage route there.
Okay, that'll be fine. You wanna move your chair over behind the screen and read off comments as people talk?
Sure. They want to talk. Sure. Frankie says we have to deal with people that don't know what a woman is. Sorry about your luck for that. Boost at Monza. Is that a temperature sensor on side of transmission pan? Yes, it is.
That's what we're doing tonight. That's what we did tonight, put the temp sensor in. You missed it. You missed it, Monza. You missed it.
23 Dragon says hi. Nice job. Have fun.
Oh, Dragon Ranger?
23 Dragon.
Yeah.
We should have had that sensor in years ago when I did the transmission initially, but what the hell is that?
Wind blowing. I'm assuming.
AG double hockey 6, pardon French.
Your French is fine.
Boost at Monza says I need one myself. Yes.
Yeah, well,
And bring it off.
yeah. So this one I'm not too crazy about because you gotta bash the hole through the pan and tap that hole. And if you bash that hole too big, you know what you gotta do. You gotta replace the pan and start over again, or go bigger. Go to a bigger brass fitting inside the, on the side of the pan, and you reach a point of no return. So you gotta, use your, I use a brass plumb bob, and you drill you a 1/4 inch hole, and you take that brass plumb bob and you just start whacking the crap out of it, and it pushes the metal material inside, so it gives you something to run your tap through. And you know, you go too far, you make your hole too big, and then you got to get a bigger brass bushing to put in there.
And something else. Frankie says later 4L60s had a temp sensor built in. Incognito says I can't deal with my CVT. Why not go back to the converter? You don't like them either. The CVT does have a torque converter, is what Frankie said. I want to see that.
Well, you know, I think depending on the year's CVT, they came with clutches. They actually came with regular clutches, like a manual transmission, and that's like the early days of the CVT. Somewhere I lost 2 little flat washers. I know I dropped one earlier.
Frankie says it just has a belt instead of clutches and gears.
Yeah. Yeah, like a Polaris transmission.
It was a wet style, like a motorcycle clutch.
There you go. Yeah. Garbage. With the programmed miss, where
How'd you lose washers?
the car would the dealers programmed in a miss at the time where it would feel like it was shifting, because too many people, when the first years of the CVT came out, they just went and they didn't shift, and people didn't understand that, so they ended up using the engine tune, if you would, to program in a misfire, so that when the car was going, it would misfire, so that it felt like it was shifting gears. It was the Ford Fusion. I think they were the first ones to do that. Oh, noggin.
Incognito says, yes, Frankie, it does, but doesn't have that punch.
Yeah, the CVT transmissions have come a long way from what they used to be.
The one in the daily's not horrible, but still not a fan.
Yeah, most cars these days have a CVT in them. And they've come a long way, don't get me wrong.
They're meant to be efficient.
Well, that's how you get such good fuel mileage out of these cars. You know, they either put 10 speeds in them, or they put a CVT in them. See, that's the problem.
Frankie says, I'd much rather have a manual. I agree there. A lot of the new kids don't know how to drive that. The original anti-theft. Says 93 Chevy, what's the mods?
What's that?
Brett says 93 Chevy, what mods? And Boosted Monza says nothing beats the old hog leg.
93 Chevy is asking what mods?
Oh. Well, Brett is. He said 93 Chevy. I don't know what he meant by 93 Chevy.
93 Chevy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe is there a 93 Chevy talking in the chat?
I don't know. I haven't gone that far.
Oh. You can tell
they don't know what a carburetor is either. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. And the ones that have carburetors don't know how to fucking adjust them. They wouldn't know what a damn idle mixture screw was if you took it out and threw it at them.
I don't see a 93 Chevy.
Okay. He's probably
TBI 350.
He's probably looking at the transmission, seeing the old GM pan here, and thinking that it's like an old 90s S10 or something. Or
Yeah, I think it is a truck pan.
yeah.
It's a 4L60E in the F body. Let's see. Incognito says, I remember wannabe mechanic with my neighbors and I took off transmission pan magnets. Dave James says, Chevy Camaro, they are good cars. Brett says, just curious. It's a 2000 WS6, Brett. LS1 single turbo. Frankie says, depends on the year, Dave. Talking about the Camaro.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully we'll have a Camaro to add to the bunch here before too long.
Yeah. And the wife might be getting a classic. 68, 67 Camaro. Might be getting a classic.
Dave said, what's the best year? That's up for discussion.
My opinion, there is no Goodyear Camaro. But, you know, I'm an asshole, so.
Needs a Ford guy. Boost at Monza says 68, 69.
Yes. You can't go wrong with a good 68.
67.
You can't go wrong with a good 68 or 67 anything. There's a
Convertible would be holy grail. I'm not a huge fan of convertible, but each their own.
I've got a couple videos up of 67 Firebird that's lsswap with a 6-speed in it. A guy bought it from Meckham Auctions and brought it over because it was not right, and brought it over and I did some repairs to that. So I've got a couple videos. If you want to see a really clean, poorly put together 67 Firebird, you can check that out.
Dave says he likes the 90s ones.
I don't know. If I had to go, if
I don't
I
know
had
about
to go 80s, if I had to go 80s Camaro, I would go 87. Liquor Vinny?
I don't know.
Liquor Vinny?
Frankie says the ones like mine were turtles compared to them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They have their slow years. Incognito says my favorite IROC C28 limited edition with Corvette engine. Frankie says love the body but has no balls.
Yeah. Yeah, my brother had a 87, 88 IROC Z when we were kids.
Yeah, they really didn't have any power until in the late 90s.
His was an automatic though, but that, you know, the quadrojet, it was such an amazing sound with the quadrojet when they went into 4-barrel, and I think everybody here that's old enough remembers that sound of a quadrojet opening up and dumping the rear 2 barrels going into secondary, and just that sound is really probably what got a lot of people interested in performance, because you know, you heard that and you were like, God damn, this thing is fast. And really you were barely moving at any rate of speed, but that sound
Frankie said mine came with a 305. I could not destroy that engine.
right, yeah. Yeah, it's like an old straight 6 and a Ford, you know. You can't blow those things up. You could damn sure try, but you can't hurt them. Old 300 straight 6 and a Ford. They were tanks.
He said he had a quad on the 305 and the 350 he put in, or she.
Yeah, and the damn quadrajets were such crap. Those carburetors, man, it was just awful. You know, back when I was a kid, it was just awful to take one of those apart and just see all the needles and oh, it was a nightmare. And you're like, what in the fuck is this? And you took that. Once you took the top half off and you see all this shit dangling, you stick the bottom back on, and you put a holly on top of it.
Ran it for 2 years without even checking the oil. That would be me. Later had a Holly 650 on it. Your work is blowing up.
That doesn't surprise me. We're gonna have so much work to do tomorrow, and I guarantee. Well, I'm on vacation. I'm not working, but I know it's gonna be a. Hey, you guys. I know we've told y'all not to work overtime until the next year, but you know, we've got 20 trucks down today, and we're gonna need everybody to work overtime. And I'm gonna go. Sorry, buddy. I got the memo. It says I'm not allowed to work overtime. So until there's another memo from the big wigs, I'm not working overtime.
Boosted Monza says if you can find a pre-73, they're decent, but man, what a pain in the ass. Never run anything but a Holly anymore.
Uh-huh.
Incognito says, remember carburetor, Holly, and Weber at that era?
Remember Weber? Good God, you had you had to be a fucking rocket scientist to especially anything with three of them, three Webers. And you, if you didn't know, if you didn't grow up with Webers and tuning Webers, you don't touch it. Don't touch it. There are a lot of people that screw those carburetors up just going, oh, I'm going to turn this mixture screw. Or I'm going to turn this, I'm going to do this. No.
He says, good luck.
You know, I watched my old boss do a lot of that Weber crap, and it's just like, nope. Give me a Holly. Give me a Holly. Put an adapter on there. Put a 600 on it. Put a 650 on it. Double pumper. Give me a vacuum gauge. I'll do it all day long. You get fucking 2, 3, 4.
Frankie said, if I would have went big block, I would have had a 750 or bigger Holly.
Yeah, well, you going big block? Yeah, definitely 750, 850, honestly.
Boosted Monza says, I always wanted to bolt 6 of them on a short block Chevy. Frankie says it takes a special brain for a Weber.
Yeah, and unfortunately, a lot of us don't have that special brain. Unfortunately, I watched my old boss screw with those carburetors, take them apart, throw them on the workbench, and just disassemble them, and there's no organization whatsoever, and you just a pile of carburetor, just vomited carburetor all over the workbench, and you're just like, dude, what in the hell? And he'd start in the front and just and have them all together, and he'd put them on the car, fire up, look at it, put his hand in the tailpipe because it's deaf, right? Deaf. Put his hand on the tailpipe. It's good. Send it. Customer call. It runs great. Never ran this good. Okay. Cool.
Incognito sends a laughing face.
My old boss, man, he
Sounds like we got company.
he was a very smart guy. Polak. Very smart guy. And I learned a lot from him and the other guy I used to work with when I worked on European cars. I mean, I learned a lot from those two guys. Worst experience of my life, and it was like working with your dad. If you remember what it was like to hold a flashlight for your dad years ago, that's what it was like working with these two
Told you to
guys.
hold it still.
And it didn't
Over
matter.
here.
It didn't matter what I did, whether it was right or wrong. I was always wrong, and I got tongue lashings every day. But I'm grateful. I hated the experience, but I'm grateful for it. I learned a lot.
Come inside for a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
I don't think I'd be.
Doing something.
I don't think I'd be this
Wait, you're
deep into the
scared?
car stuff
What?
if I hadn't experienced that part of my life. Honestly.
Look at it.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the opposite of the shirt.
Holy cow, dude! You got a whole bag of Legos there.
And it's a Minecraft set with zombies in it.
Zombie Minecraft set. Cool. You were anticipating
We'll do
Mom
that
putting that
inside.
together?
Frankie says, what servo do you have in there?
That one.
Performa built.
It's got that
Can't
one in
really
there.
see it. Hey.
The Performa built transmission. I couldn't tell you what. I'm sure it's probably their brand.
Yeah, it's theirs specifically. I'll be in a bit.
I think I can touch the tires.
Where,
You
where
think so?
did we run?
Yeah, see my block.
Mm-hmm.
That's the. Ah, there we go.
Hold fast.
We'll go right back through that hole where the AFR gauge is.
Okay. That means taking the door seal off and pulling up the carpet, but
Yeah, it's either that or go through the shifter hole, and I could poke a hole through that shifter boot, which I'm really not crazy about doing.
I'm not sure what it would take to get to that either, because that's under the console. So
Right.
either way.
So it's, you probably have to take the top half of your console off and fish the wire.
Doesn't matter to me. You tell me where, I'll fish it.
Well, I'd much rather go through something that we've already popped a hole in for your wideband and just feed a single wire up, because we can run that back and across and have plenty of places to secure it and go up. I'd much rather do that than poke a hole through your boot and have to take your transmission, your center console all apart to find the end of the wire. I mean, I can. I definitely could, but I don't want to. If I don't have to pop a hole in something, I don't want to.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, good. Great idea. I'm glad you thought of it.
Yep. Incognito says good night and enjoy the conversation. Good night. We'll see you next time.
Who said that?
Incognito.
Later, dude.
Where the flashlight is.
Flashlight's on the toolbox. Right here. There you go.
Why you took the car?
Nope. Nope, but we're gonna let this thing down so it don't fall down overnight, and then we'll pick it back up tomorrow and run that wire. Appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight. I know I'm no big entertainer, but at least we can have conversation. Normal conversation. You guys seen what crap is going on with YouTube lives these days? Jeez Louise, man. I was death scrolling the other day. It was like, holy cow. The balls on some of these people. Or the sheer insanity. I don't understand, man. I've seen some stuff. I seen some stuff doom scrolling the other day. It was just like, holy cow. But, you know, they got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I guess it's working. Thanks, Frankie. I appreciate you. Ben, we just removed the transmission pan off the wife's car and put a transmission temperature sensor in.
I really need longer wheel sets up front.
And we'll worry about that when we upgrade the rotors. Yeah, I appreciate you subbing, Frankie. I appreciate it, man. There's a lot of good lives. Like I said, I do a lot of lives, so there's a lot of good ones. There's a 92 Fox body lsswap twin turbo that I had here in the shop for about a week. We did an 8.5 cert cage in it, redid the whole back of the hatch, dropped the fuel cell down underneath, made a floor pan, did a whole bunch of cool stuff to that car, rewired it. So there's some content there you could watch if you're interested. My car is the staple of the channel. That's where it all started. There's a bunch of videos and short videos on my car. There's a good video of the build. Of course, back when I built that car, I didn't do any YouTubing, but I did take a whole lot of photos. So there is a photo collage video of the car, most of the build photos, not where it's at now, but up to the point, I believe. I tried to do a new video from beginning to end, and it was just too large of a file and it wouldn't download, because I went in and I edited and I added sound and all that crap and voiceover stuff, and for whatever reason it just wouldn't download, so I had to scrap it, and I haven't gone back to try to do it again. Now, where are you at, Frankie? I don't think you mentioned where you were. Up north somewhere, I reckon.
You still doing your live stream?
I am doing my live stream.
You still doing it, or you're making a new one?
Nope, we're doing it. We've been doing it for almost 2 hours now. Well, 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Try to make this one like maybe 4 or 5 hours.
No, I think we're going to wrap it up here shortly.
Yeah, if you do 4.
Mississippi. Well, you're not too far away.
Maybe just 3. Because if you do 3 hours, you might be able to get something into your mind to do.
Okay.
And then
Are you approving that? You approve my 3-hour live stream?
Yeah.
Is it cool? You want to say hi to the people? So what's up, everybody?
Hi. I found one of your trophies over there.
Trophy?
See it?
Oh, my little creations? Yeah.
When you made that, you didn't get it?
Frankie says hi. Let me let this thing down so the lift doesn't sink overnight or something, and I always worry.
Frankie's actually in one of my Wimpy Kid books.
Frankie's in one of your Wimpy Kid books?
Yeah.
Yeah?
One of the grandpas.
One of the grandpas?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And
You step back right there, okay?
famous.
If this thing comes falling down, don't catch it, alright? Just let it hit the ground.
Yeah, but then Mom's gonna be so mad.
She would be mad, wouldn't she?
Yeah, but we're just gonna say, not my fault.
That's right, not my fault. We'll walk away.
It's the thing's fault.
That's it, yeah, definitely. Definitely the thing's fault.
Probably Mom's just gonna smash her hand out.
Yeah, oh, Mom would be really mad at me, wouldn't she?
And she probably just destroyed silver on in 2 seconds.
Dave James, the transmission pan, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see, here. Hand this to a millennial. hand this to anybody under the age of 20, or actually under the age of 30, and tell them to use this to tighten up something. I had a friend over that had no idea what this was, and I handed it to him to tighten up his oil pan bolts. And if you've never seen somebody fumble with something, it was this thing, and they don't grasp the concept of it. And they're like, I don't know what to do. It was hilarious. You missed it. It was good. Yep. Well, the pan bolts are, what is it, 16 inch pounds, which is like what, 8 foot pound. You can accomplish that by hand without any trouble. I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone that would take the time to use a torque wrench on a transmission pan gasket. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there, but they're really, really anal. Trans Am. WS6 Trans Am. May Gat car for poor peoples. Okay. This is a Trans Am, WS6 Pontiac Trans Am. ZR1. So this is, you're just tuning in there, bud, asking questions. I'll fill you in. So this is LS1, single turbo, 7875. Right now it's on 10 PSI. Built for L60E. It's got a Ford 9-inch rear in it. I do not know anything about Russian car. Nope. This has got it's got drag radials on it. It's got Mickey Thompson radials on the back. This car still has AC, power steering, cruise control, ABS. It still has all of the factory features. All leather interior, T-top car. AC still works. So we did the stand-up radiator to it. Put a big 3-row aluminum radiator in it, and it's supposed to stand up back into that pocket I cut. But because the AC condenser is still in there, it shoves it out that inch, so it pushes it forward. I had to cut all that out and make weld-in tabs to hold the factory AC condenser in. So I did that, and we put the radiator in, and I made little hold downs for it and such. But it's supposed to be back in that cutout there, standing straight up. But since the condenser's in there, it's pushed forward some. Okay, Deborah Klein, you can check out my car. It's a Fox body. It's on the channel. If you would like to, you can go check that out. It's a 86 50 5-speed GT. It is coyote swapped with a 88 millimeter turbo and a TKX 5-speed. It makes a bit over 700 wheel. Yeah, we go out cruising more nowadays. We go cruising, and we play around on the street a little bit. Nothing too stupid. we'll go get ice cream. My son loves to ride in the cars. So we go get ice cream, go to the cars and coffees and the local car shows and such. But like I said, it's been about 8 years since either one of these cars have really gone and raced at a drag strip. My car, yeah, it's been about 8 years since I've done the swap to it. When it was in A, I went and data logged it at the track, and that was the last time that car was on a drag strip. Yeah, the wife's car, once it's done, and the tune revisions and stuff are all done, she should have a good 9-second car. Should have a good 9-second street car when we're all done with it. Yeah, the downside about these F bodies and any of the Gin Camaros is that they're just heavy. They're just heavy. Her car was, I think, 3350, and what you would call race trim. So it's a pretty heavy car. And really, race trim is like quarter tank of gas. Yeah, quarter tank of gas. Helmet in the car. 32. Yeah. It's heavy, man. It's heavy. See, my car is heavy for a Fox body, but it's got an extra 100+ pounds worth of turbo and piping hanging off the front of it now. I think mine was 3,000 pounds. 2950. That's what mine weighed. It's not gutted, but there's no heater box in it. It's got a cage in it. I took the Kirkies out and put factory seats back in it. Those are about 30 pounds a piece. And it's got, like I said, it's got a big turbo hanging off the front now, and I did onboard air and all that stuff, so that added some weight to it. Yeah, I get more enjoyment out of my car cruising it than going to the track, honestly. But it's been a long time since I've been to the track. Once you go down a drag strip, man, you get that bug again. And you start going after it and getting after it, and it's a good time. Going to the drag strip is a good time. And I've drag raced since I was 16. Since I had a car, we went to the track, but the tracks were a whole lot closer, and everything was a lot easier to do. Now we've got to fill up jugs with E85, figure out a way to transport that, and like I said, we got to get the truck, get a trailer, all this crap, because I sold my F-250 before we moved to Florida. She sold her 3500 Ram, so it's just, and we sold our car trailer after we moved here to Florida. We used the car trailer to get I think what the truck was on. A friend of mine had a 22-foot, and the F-150 was on it. My car trailer had my car on it, and then we had another car trailer with her car on it. So we towed all three down at one time. Luckily, I had some good friends that were willing to make a trip from VA to Florida, and towed all of our stuff down here at one time. It was great. I drove the U-Haul and the trailer in my car, and then my buddy had my trailer in the wife's car, and then another friend had the red truck. So anyway, everybody, I appreciate everybody stopping in. If you've subscribed, I appreciate you. I am going to end the live stream, go inside, wash my hands, make me a grilled cheese, and eat some chili. Everybody, I thank you very much for stopping in. I appreciate you. Frankie, it was good talking to you, man. You seem like a pretty cool cat, and I hope to see you back in another live stream. You're more than welcome, man. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.